Hey guys, this is James with FoodHackTV. Today's hack, macaroons. To start off the macaroon, we're gonna first combine basically the almond meal and the powdered sugar. I'm doing that into a smaller bowl first so I can whisk it together. Here goes the powdered sugar, almond meal. I'm gonna just give it a light whisk just to combine everything. And then we're gonna do the next step, which is very important. We have to sift this ingredient. Sifting the almond meal will give the almond meal and the powdered sugar a more airy texture. This is what helped the macaroons rise and also get rid of the lumps. You can use a spatula to finish off the last bit of the almond meal to help it pass through. Now that we have the almond meal sifted, we're gonna add egg whites. This is also when we're gonna add the color to the macaroons. We're gonna go with blue today. We're gonna just let this sit while we work on the sugar and the meringue next. For the sugar, we're basically gonna add the water to the pot along with the sugar. And we're gonna bring this to a soft ball, which is 245 degrees Fahrenheit. While this is going on, we're gonna add the other egg white to the mixer. And we're gonna get this nice and frothy to a soft peak. We're gonna spin the meringue with the hot sugar now to cool it down to 122 degrees Fahrenheit. We're gonna check it every so often, but it's gonna take about 3 to 5 minutes. So right now we're gonna check the temperature of the meringue to see if it hits 122 degrees. It looks like we're good to go. So next step, we're gonna mix the meringue onto the dry. Okay, so we have this beautiful meringue that we just whipped up. It has cooled down to about 122 degrees. And now we're gonna mix this into the dry in about 3 portions. This would help combine all the ingredients. Once you have the meringue combined with the dry, the next step is very important. It's what they call macaroonage. And basically what we're doing is deflating some of the air that's in the meringue. And you gotta do this for a couple minutes, working in a circle motion. And the consistency that you're looking for, it's somewhat like a lava-like consistency. See, right now it's a little too thick. But basically we're gonna beat some of the air out and it's gonna get a little bit more runny. This is the consistency that we're looking for. So next up, we're gonna put it into the piping bag and pipe it onto the sheet tray. And the next step, after that, we're gonna have to let it dry and form a skin. When you're piping this onto the sheet tray, make sure you keep some space in between because the batter is going to spread a little bit. After you piped out the sheet trays of your macaroons, we're gonna drop it a few times just to flatten it out. This is what gives it the foot on the macaroons. Next, we're gonna let this sit for about 15 to 30 minutes so it forms a skin on the top of the macaroon before we put it in the oven. All right, so after about 15 to 30 minutes, your macaroon's gonna form a skin. This is where you touch it and it doesn't stick to your finger. Now it's ready to go into the oven. The oven's preheated to 300 degrees and we're gonna bake this for about 14 minutes. So after 14 minutes, we have this beautiful macaroons ready to be assembled. Okay, so now we're ready to assemble the macaroons. I have some strawberry buttercream right here, and it's pretty simple. You're just gonna put a dab of the buttercream right in the middle, give it a good amount, and put your second piece and sandwich it together. And there you have it. Macaroons, hacked.